I have a confession to make. I have recently discovered a very bad habit of mine, and I follow this habit regularly. Sometimes I'm unharmed, but sometimes I get a whack on my bum. I try to stop myself, but I can't. So I've decided maybe it's time to tell all of you about my bad habit. I have a bad habit of committing mistakes. If mistakes was a subject, I would have a double PhD. From peeing on my grandparents' bed when I was 2 to breaking the flower pot when I was 12. It's almost like I was born to commit mistakes. Respected Toastmaster of the day, Gavels, Toastmasters and all fellow guests. I have tried different methods to stop myself from committing mistakes. Once, I sat down on a chair and decided I will not move for 1 hour and I will have an hour free of mistakes. But I committed a mistake in 15 seconds. I coughed violently. My head went down and hit the table. The glass of water fell down. Water started dripping down. My mom's BP came up. So I thought maybe if I talk to all of you about my mistakes, I can stop committing them. So here's what I call 3 mistakes of Akshil's life, nowhere related to Chetan Bhagat. So here's my first mistake. Trusting my brother while going sailing. As you can see, this is the shape of a laser boat which my brother sails. He is a senior at a camp to which my mom persuaded me to join. And then on the 5th day, the teacher there said, "Okay everybody, go with the senior and go sailing." So I ran to my brother going, "Come, I want to go on your laser boat, come on, let's go." Mistake number 1. So he took me to his boat and he told, "Sit." I sat. He told me, "Not there, sit over here." So there I was, in middle of Hussain Sagar, holding on to a steel rod for dear life, on the pointy tip of a boat, crying out for my brother to give me a proper sitting place. After 10 minutes of torturous pleading, he made me crawl all over the deck and finally gave me a sitting area with my knees to my chest. To date, I have nightmares of me in middle of a stinky, dirty and deep lake, holding on to a steel rod with no support from the back and my brother looking at me and going. Now, my second mistake, thinking I could play with my dog while she was sleeping. My perky dog, Lily, a cute sight with a horrific bite. There she was, very comfortable on our bed, and I was under the impression I could irritate her like I irritated everyone else. Everybody else growls at me. I hope she wouldn't. So I said, "Lily, come here." She opened her eyes, rolled them up, and went back to sleep. "Come, Lily, come to Bhaiya." She kept sleeping. I got angry. I went towards her, petted her, and told, "Lily, wake up, it's Bhaiya." She didn't respond. Now I was irritated. I went close to her face and tapped her on the head. Mistake number 2. Swap came the sound. I looked at her, what had happened? I looked at my pants. Had they gone? They were fine. So I rushed to the mirror and saw my face. It was my skin that had torn when my dog had bitten me. This mistake made me the victim of 3 injections and a very long-lasting one. Now, for my third and possibly the biggest mistake in school. I'm the class monitor of my school, of my class, not bragging. And on this one particular day, when my biology ma'am was absent, the class was making so much noise, it looked like a Reebok shop with 70% off. So my head was burning so much, you could make your morning tea on it. People jumping on benches, people jumping on chairs, people jumping on each other. What to do? Finally I thought, maybe I can combine comedy with the funniest teacher in school to make my people quiet. So I thought, it like this. He goes, I know! Hug! So I shouted, hug! And the entire class looked at me, like how all of you are right now. They thought I was crazy. What is he doing? I continued. I said, I know you all are irritating me. And so they laughed and they waited for the act. So they all sat into the places. So I continued and I said, children, we are going to do the one nose close, one nose open answer. So please breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. To my astonishment, none of them followed. But they sat there very quiet. I asked them. I wasn't so strict. I did exactly how he does it. And one boy came to me, pointed on my shoulder and pointed towards the door. There was my yoga sir staring at me. I stared at him with horror and he said, I know. You are imitating me. I said, sir, breathe in, breathe out. Instead, I got 50 sit-ups. Just like this, my capacity of doing mistakes is so high. But all these mistakes are lessons in disguise. My first mistake taught me, if there's any sitting place, occupy it before your brother can. My second mistake taught me, let sleeping dogs lie. All cute things are not sweet. And my third mistake taught me, always check the corridor for teachers before you imitate them. So, before I commit another mistake, and I know I will,